They said Apple TV was just a streaming box, a small black square that quietly lived under your television. But 2025 is changing that story completely. Because right now, deep inside Apple's secret labs, something far bigger is taking shape. Something that could redefine what we think a TV box can do. This isn't just another upgrade. It's a shift. A quiet, strategic move that could position Apple's entertainment ecosystem years ahead of everyone else. But before we jump into that, ask yourself, what if your Apple TV could think like your iPhone? What if your living room became an intelligent hub that doesn't just show you content, but actually understands you, your mood, your habits, your preferences, and builds your entertainment world around that? Because that's exactly where the rumors are pointing. Right now, multiple sources, from MacRumors to 9to5Mac, have been reporting that the next Apple TV 4K could be packing something that changes everything, the A17 Pro chip. Yes, the same silicon that powers the iPhone 15 Pro, built with Apple's cutting-edge 3nm process, optimized for performance, graphics, and artificial intelligence. Think about what that means. We're talking about console-level performance in a device the size of your palm. Imagine gaming on Apple Arcade with no lag, instant app launches, lightning-fast Siri responses, and near-zero input delay. This isn't just about watching shows anymore. This is Apple quietly merging gaming, smart home, and artificial intelligence into one platform. But Apple's not stopping at the chip. There's talk of an entirely new wireless architecture inside. The rumored N1 connectivity chip, Apple's latest fusion of Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and Thread technology, could take wireless stability and speed to a new level. That could mean Wi-Fi 7 support, faster AirPlay, smoother casting from iPhone or iPad, and nearly instant HomeKit automation responses. Imagine walking into your room and your Apple TV instantly detecting your presence, adjusting lighting, temperature, and recommending what to watch. No manual setup, no delay, just pure Apple intelligence at work. That's where this story gets even more fascinating. Because this isn't just an upgrade for entertainment. It's a Trojan horse for Apple's AI strategy. Here's what's really interesting. Apple has been teasing its new Apple Intelligence features for months. They've shown how it integrates with iPhone, iPad, and Mac. But Apple TV hasn't entered that conversation yet, and that's where the next generation box could play a crucial role. Think about voice recognition that doesn't just respond, but remembers. Picture Siri understanding who's speaking, tailoring recommendations based on your taste, pausing content when you leave the room, and resuming the exact moment you come back. The integration of Apple Intelligence into tvOS could make the Apple TV your home's brain, not just a display device. Now let's talk about something that's been quietly circulating through the rumor mills, a built-in camera. Some insiders claim Apple's experimenting with adding a FaceTime camera directly into the Apple TV, eliminating the need for a separate iPhone or iPad connection. Imagine using your television for group calls, gesture-based navigation, or even AI-driven motion detection for interactive fitness workouts or gaming. Sure, it sounds futuristic, but we've seen Apple make subtle moves in this direction, like SharePlay, Fitness Plus, and Continuity Camera. Every one of those features is a building block toward this rumored vision. Whether or not this built-in camera makes it into the 2025 version, it's clear Apple's long-term goal is to make Apple TV more personal, more responsive, and far smarter than anything else in your living room. But what about design? Apple is known for its, if it's not broken, don't fix it philosophy. And according to most credible leaks, the physical design won't change drastically this year. Expect the same compact, minimal square body, possibly thinner, maybe with slightly better thermal optimization. But don't be fooled by the simplicity. Apple's focus this time isn't on how it looks, it's on how it feels to use. Reports suggest that subtle design tweaks inside will make it run cooler, quieter, and more efficiently. The new Siri remote, though, could get an update. Imagine a remote with improved Find My support, more tactile buttons, or even a mini touch area powered by haptic feedback, bringing that premium Apple experience right to your hand. Then there's tvOS 26, Apple's latest operating system, revealed at WWDC 2025. It brings a refreshed interface called Liquid Glass. Imagine translucent panels, fluid transitions, and dynamic lighting that reacts to what's on screen. It's designed to make your content feel alive, blending your apps, games, and shows into one seamless visual flow. But the real magic happens under the hood. Deeper personalization, multi-user profiles with individual recommendations, smarter upscaling for older shows, and of course, AI-based voice understanding that learns from how you watch. Apple's even refining FaceTime and SharePlay so you can watch together with friends in real time, no lag, even if they're on another continent. Let's pause here and think strategically. Why is Apple investing in this level of detail for something as seemingly simple as a streaming box? The answer lies in Apple's bigger vision. The living room has always been a battleground for tech giants, from Amazon's Echo devices to Google's Chromecast and Samsung's smart TVs. But Apple's play is different. They're not trying to dominate the market with the cheapest hardware. They're trying to own the experience. Every move Apple makes is about building an ecosystem that feels effortless, one where every device knows you, talks to each other, and gets smarter the more you use it. So when you buy an Apple TV, you're not just getting a streaming device, you're entering Apple's ecosystem at a deeper level. It becomes the silent bridge connecting your iPhone, HomePod, Mac, and even your future Vision Pro headset. Now, let's talk timing. And this is where the speculation gets exciting. Apple's product cycle for Apple TV suggests an update is overdue. The last model launched in late 2022 with the A15 chip, which means we're almost 3 years into its life cycle. Leakers like Mark Gurman and Ming-Chi Kuo have hinted at new Apple hardware announcements planned for late 2025. And among them is a new Apple TV 4K. Some even say it could drop quietly through a press release without a big keynote. That's typical of Apple's strategy for secondary devices. But make no mistake, just because it's quiet doesn't mean it's small. This release could set the foundation for Apple's entire AI-connected home system. Speaking of AI, it's not just a buzzword anymore. Apple's strategy isn't about copying ChatGPT or Google Gemini. It's about integrating intelligence invisibly into your daily experience. The new Apple TV could be one of the first devices where this vision truly feels natural. Imagine your TV automatically switching to a calming playlist when it senses you're relaxing, or launching a fitness session when you say, "I'm ready to work out." No apps, no menus, no friction. That's not science fiction. That's where Apple is heading. Slow, subtle, but unstoppable. Now, some skeptics argue that Apple TV doesn't need another upgrade, that streaming boxes are already powerful enough. But here's the thing, Apple doesn't play the short game. They plan for decades. With every chip, every ecosystem link, and every small software update, Apple builds toward a unified experience, one that keeps users inside the Apple universe. And once you're in, leaving becomes nearly impossible. That's the real genius of the Apple TV 4K 2025. It's not just a device. It's another anchor in Apple's expanding web of products that talk to each other, share data seamlessly, and learn from you quietly in the background. Let's not forget the pricing conversation, a big part of Apple's equation. Leaks suggest Apple might keep it around the same $129 to $149 range. Affordable by Apple standards, but still premium enough to feel exclusive. Some insiders believe Apple might even introduce 2 versions, a standard one and a Pro edition aimed at advanced users or gamers, potentially with higher storage and even more advanced cooling. Imagine that, Apple TV Pro. Sounds insane now, but Apple's naming pattern makes it plausible. But here's the twist that most people aren't seeing. This device could be the bridge to Apple's Vision Pro ecosystem. Imagine this. You're watching something on your Apple TV, you put on your Vision Pro headset, and seamlessly continue the experience in immersive space. No pairing, no setup, just continuity. The Vision Pro already uses spatial computing to transform how we interact with content. And the Apple TV could become its living room counterpart, syncing data, profiles, and preferences across devices in real time. That's not a coincidence. That's Apple's long game. As we approach the end of 2025, the clues are stacking up. Supply chain insiders have spotted new Apple TV model numbers registered in global databases. Apple's own tvOS beta references code names not tied to current models. And developers testing internal builds of tvOS 26 have noticed unexplained performance flags, hints of new hardware capabilities not supported by the existing A15 chip. These small breadcrumbs almost always appear before a major release. If history repeats, we could be looking at a quiet November or December reveal, followed by pre-orders just in time for the holidays. So where does that leave us? The Apple TV 4K 2025 isn't just another streaming device. It's Apple's silent leap into the future of smart entertainment, powered by AI, anchored in ecosystem intelligence, and ready to blur the lines between your TV, your home, and your digital life. When this launches, it won't scream innovation. It'll whisper it. It'll just work, as Apple likes to say. And that's why millions will buy it without even realizing what's truly changed. Because Apple's brilliance isn't in shouting about features, it's in making those features invisible. And as you sit there, watching your favorite show, maybe next year your Apple TV won't just play it for you. Maybe it'll understand why you're watching it, when you want it, and even how you want it to look and sound. That's not just a TV upgrade. That's the beginning of Apple's AI-powered living room. Quiet, seamless, and smarter than you think.